Now, Russia unveiled its latest nuclear submarine this weekend, with the country's defense minister claiming the vessel would, quote, protect its national interests in various regions of the world's oceans. The Khabarovsk nuclear submarine is powered by a nuclear reactor and, according to Defense Minister Andrei Belousov, it will carry various weapons and missiles. The launch comes as Russia steps up its nuclear weapons program, having carried out 2 separate tests over the past week. And I'm joined now by Katarzyna Zysk. She is a security and defense analyst at the Norwegian Institute for Defense Studies in Oslo. Good to have you on the program. So please tell us, what makes this new Russian submarine so special?
Well, Khabarovsk is as it was said, one of Russia's newest nuclear-powered submarines that are designed specifically to carry the Poseidon nuclear-powered and nuclear-capable underwater drone. And unlike the Belgorod, which was the first submarine that was dedicated to this mission to carry Poseidon, which was converted from an older submarine, Khabarovsk was engineered specifically for this mission. So basically, it takes Russia a step closer toward making these submarines and Poseidon a permanent component of the Russian strategic nuclear arsenal.
And how big a leap, if any, in military technology and capabilities is this new submarine?
Well, it represents a new category of strategic nuclear weapons. So this submarine and, of course, its weapon, the Poseidon, where Russia tries to apply some of the new technologies, such as unmanned weapon systems, to this nuclear mission. So this combines several technological advances such as miniaturized nuclear propulsion, long-range underwater navigation. Reportedly, it's capable of high speeds, deep diving capability, which will make it the detection quite difficult. So while it may not necessarily represent a revolution in military affairs, provided it will become a permanent element of the Russian nuclear arsenal, these may prompt improvements on NATO sides in the US, for instance, on detection, tracking, and countermeasures, provided we will actually be able to confirm the capabilities that the submarines and Poseidon actually have.
So when we talk about the submarine and its weapon systems, are we talking about primarily defensive or an offensive submarine?
Well, so Russia presented, of course, as a deterrent, meaning as a guaranteed retaliation in order to prevent a war. But we have to understand that in the Russian strategic thinking, the offense and defense is very closely intertwined. And Russia perceived, for instance, a preemptive strike as a legitimate form of defense. But in the case of this particular weapon itself, as a Poseidon, is offensive by nature. It is designed to threaten a massive destruction, not to protect Russian territory. It is engineered to destroy probably high-value targets such as cities, coastal cities, naval bases, strike groups, reportedly by creating, through detonations, sort of generate radioactive tsunamis and a massive destruction. So this weapon is basically designed to strengthen the fear factor, increase intimidation, coercion. So this is also a psychological weapon which can be used even without the actual nuclear use.
So what about NATO? Does NATO have anything similar in its arsenal?
Nothing comparable, no. So NATO's nuclear arsenal remains based on the 3 basic traditional triad legs, so land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers. The United States, UK, and France, they have advanced nuclear submarines, but none of them carry nuclear-powered drones like Poseidon. So Western powers rely on tested command and control systems rather than semi-autonomous nuclear weapons such as the Poseidon.
Yeah, but I mean, could Khabarovsk have any impact, any significance for the war in Ukraine?
Well, not directly, because this kind of weapons and this kind of submarines will not be normally used in the case of war, local war such as Ukraine, but indirectly, this is a part of the Russian effort to use nuclear weapons to expand its nuclear arsenal, both the types of nuclear warheads and also the delivery systems such as Poseidon, in order to strengthen its strategic and nuclear deterrence, which, as we've seen over the past 3 years, Russia has extensively used in order to, for instance, intimidate, to coerce, in attempted coercion of Western states to limit their support for Ukraine. So it certainly demonstrates that Russia is committed to continue leveraging nuclear weapons to pursue its political objectives.
So, Katarzyna, we have 30 seconds left, so it's a yes or no answer. But do you expect that this new submarine could trigger a new underwater warfare arms race?
So it depends. I'm sorry, I cannot say yes or no. It depends whether we will be able to confirm what actually Poseidon is capable of, but it will certainly increase, I think, and it may increase investment in undersea capabilities, anti-submarine warfare, tracking, detection, etc.
Okay, defense analyst Katarzyna Zysk there. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.